Don't waste it. Famous pastor Warren Wiersbe tells a story about a woman he was counseling who was going through such a terribly difficult time. He couldn't even speak words into her situation. So he just said, I'll pray for you. And she stopped and she says, what are you going to pray? And he said, I'll pray that this ends. And she said, no, pray for wisdom that I will not waste this trial. I just love that. James 1 tells us, brothers and sisters, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. And let that perseverance have its perfect work so that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. Now, I think one of the temptations that we face when we're in trial is to think that God is somehow absent from it. Where is God in the midst of this pain? It's very hard to see sometimes. Or on the other hand, we think he's being cruel by bringing this into our path. But there's a third option that we rarely consider, and that is the fact that he's not bringing it and he didn't disappear, but he's actually allowing it so that we can grow and become more like him. See, when we put our faith in Jesus, we are made right with God, and then he begins a process of making us more like him. The theological words for this is justification and sanctification. You might have heard these. Justification is essentially taking us out of the world, and sanctification is taking the world out of us. And as we grow in that process, it's often done through trials. So I don't know what you're going through today or about to go through or just came out of, but I would encourage you that when you're in a trial, to remind yourself, even if it's difficult, even if it doesn't necessarily change the situation, that this is growing you, that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that there is potentially a renaissance right around the corner. And I promise you that if you lean into that trial, James tells us that we actually grow. It's bearing up under that weight that actually makes us stronger. So in that way, nothing is wasted. And that's my encouragement to you today, is to not waste any trial you're going through. Lean into it. And if you need prayer for trials, we do pray. Our team prays, pastoral team prays for everybody who puts in prayer requests every Tuesday. And we want to pray for you as you're going through those trials. But nothing is wasted. God bless you guys, and we will see you next time.